Hello and welcome to Video Rental, your retro movie hub. Join us as we rewind through the iconic films of the 70s, 80s, and the occasional 90s gems. From cult classics to blockbuster hits, even some infamous flops. We're covering it all. So grab some popcorn, get cozy, and let's dive into the wonderful world of retro cinema together. So on today's episode, we're trying something, hopefully it's a little fun. Introducing mini episodes called Film Clips. A new series of mini episodes. On this inaugural episode, we're hosting a Steven Spielberg showdown bracket. It's his top 16 films to crown the ultimate champion. So here, I'm just going to read the list off real quick. Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Catch Me If You Can, Jaws, E.T., Minority Report, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, War Horse, Ready Player One, Hook, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, War of the Worlds, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And what I'm going by in this one is the IMDb score. So I went and got his top 16 movies, especially his well-known movies. And that's how I've got them in order. So we're going to start our bracket here.
This is tough because so many of these are total classics.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is the cream of the crop.
All right, so how we're going to do this...
East Coast, West Coast, man.
Doug, we're going to start with you.
All right.
We've got Schindler's List and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
You know, dang.
It's a tough one, man.
Okay, how much... Okay, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. They come in playing hard, okay? Schindler's List. It's too depressing, man. I'm gonna say Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is gonna take that one. That's who I'm picking.
Okay. I'm going to go next. I'm going to say Schindler's List. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is hot garbage, so I'm going with Schindler's List.
Crystal alien skulls? What's wrong with you?
Derek, it's up to you.
So I would call Kingdom of the Crystal Skull garbage. I would say that it's not as good as the original trilogy because the bar's set so high there. However, Schindler's List is an unbelievable movie. Mm-hmm. And... yes, it is a gut punch, and it's difficult to watch, but it's got to be the winner here. I mean, that movie hits you on so many levels.
Wah.
And Liam Neeson is amazing in that film. And, it's got to be Schindler's List.
So you're going with Schindler's List moves on. All right, so our next one. So I'm going to choose the first one, or the next one. So we got Saving Private Ryan and War of the Worlds. So I just recently watched War of the Worlds actually I've never seen it. I watched it for the first time. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't too crazy about it.
Yeah, I didn't like Tom Cruise, how his character was. I mean, he was like a deadbeat dad. I don't know. It wasn't Tom Cruise to me.
How about the big twist at the end of the water?
Yeah. So I love Saving Private Ryan, so I'm gonna go with Saving Private Ryan. Mm-hmm. Derek, I'm gonna go with you next.
Yeah, not a big fan of War of the Worlds for the same reasons. Saving Private Ryan hugely impacted me as a young man. That movie came out when I was in 9th grade. And I can remember my dad taking me to see that. And my dad did not go to the movie theater very much. Mm-hmm. So for him to take me to a movie, he had to because it was rated R. And for him to basically be speechless at the end of the movie because it was just such a realistic depiction of World War II. That movie is probably the greatest war movie ever made, in my opinion. Or at least in the top. So, yeah, Saving Private Ryan.
All right. Well, unfortunately, Doug, but what are your thoughts?
As much as I like to vote for the underdog, but let me tell you, War of the Worlds sucked. I did not like it. I couldn't get into it. The pacing was, I kind of get what he was doing with it, but I just couldn't get into it. So yeah, Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So our next one is. I don't think I did this right, but it's fine. Minority Report and E.T. Yeah, I definitely didn't. I'm sorry, I did not go in an order there. I'm sorry. So Minority Report and E.T. and Derek, you want to go first?
This is so easy. It's E.T. all the way, baby. E.T. is one of the greatest science fiction movies of all time.
Yeah.
And just a phenomenal movie in so many ways. Minority Report, totally forgettable.
Yeah. So I actually just watched Minority Report recently. I'd never seen it. And I couldn't stand it. I could not do it.
Our host, you hadn't seen all these movies.
Well, it's only been 2, but I just didn't. It had literally the same feeling as War of the Worlds, and I just did not care for it at all.
You see who that's pairing up that's got to go head to head now, Derek.
I actually
that's an easy choice.
I actually fast forwarded a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't.
You probably missed it.
I've only seen Minority Report once, and once was enough.
I've seen it several times. I liked it.
All right. Well, I'm going with E.T.
But would you pick it over E.T., Doug?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Doug.
You can't pick against E.T. Come on, man.
E.T. has definitely got the nostalgia, and you loved E.T., but E.T. had some pacing problems in a lot of it, okay? Minority Report was pretty fast. Not peak Tom Cruise, but... Okay, I'll go E.T.
It's got to be E.T.
It automatically
It didn't matter anyway.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Your vote does not count, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so our next one, I guess we could just go straight across. So we're going to do Temple of Doom versus Jaws. And
tough one, man.
I love Jaws. Jaws is one of my favorite movies of all time. Temple of Doom. I love Temple of Doom. I have so much fun with Temple of Doom. Mm-hmm. Man, that is a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, that's a coin toss right there in a lot of ways.
I'm going to go with Temple of Doom. Yeah. I'm
trying to
Derek?
upset.
Again, I'm right there with you. I dearly love both of those movies, and they both are hugely impactful on me at the time that I watched them for completely different reasons. Mm-hmm. But I'm going with Temple of Doom simply because it was just a thrill ride, man.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
And there's so many iconic scenes in that movie. Golly. Being a kid from the 80s, how can you pick against Indiana Jones?
Well, not that my vote matters. Again, I can't discount what... Okay, I got taken into the fact I love both these movies, but Jaws had such an effect over me for years. I didn't want to take a bath. You just talk about scaring you out of the water. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Temple of Doom was,
Dr. Jones!
His name is Dr. Jones, lady. It's...
Think about the scene. Think about so many of the scenes. The heart-ripping scene. The minecart scene.
Kalima.
Yeah, man. The scene when they're at the banquet and they cut open the snake and all the other little snakes come out.
Monkey brains. That just made you sick.
The roaches and the bugs. Oh man, there's just
the bridge scene. Them cutting the bridge and them all falling.
Oh yeah.
You better hold on, lady. Dude. Oh.
Short round.
Dude.
Short round. Just short round.
Okay. I'm still going to throw one out there to Jaws because I did love Jaws. I did.
Temple of Doom moves on. Okay, so our next one's going to be Jurassic Park versus Hook. And Derek, let's go with you first.
Again, both amazing movies in their own right. Loved Hook. Mm-hmm. So rewatchable. In fact, my kids got into watching it like every day last summer. So I've seen it multiple times.
There's definitely a peak Robin Williams there.
Jurassic Park Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I begged and begged my parents to take me to see that in the summer of over third grade. And they finally took me to see it. That movie scared the you-know-what out of me. I'm going Jurassic Park all the way. Because Jurassic Park, in that time, was such a juggernaut of a movie and a cultural phenomenon. Like the video games, the toys, the clothing, everything that came from that movie. I think
all kids love dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think it just surpassed Hook. Even though Hook is a great movie and stands in its own right.
So you're going with Jurassic Park?
I'm going Jurassic Park.
All right, Doug?
I already know what you're gonna say. I have to go JP.
You going Jurassic Park?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, Hook didn't have a chance.
Hold on to your butts.
I was gonna say Jurassic Park. I mean,
there you go, 3 for 3.
I haven't seen Hook in so long. I need to go back and watch it, but I haven't seen it probably since I was a kid.
It's awesome.
It's an awesome movie, man. Rufio.
Okay. All right, so Jurassic Park moves on. So we got Raiders of the Lost Ark versus Lost World. I'm gonna go. I'll go. Raiders.
That's an easy choice.
Well, Raiders is such an amazing movie.
Oh yeah,
I enjoy Lost World. I really do. I'm not saying it's better. It's not better than Jurassic Park, but I do enjoy it. I will go back and watch it every once in a while. Raiders. I'm just gonna go with Raiders. Raiders.
Yeah,
it's just
you
too
can't go
amazing movie not to choose it. Doug, let's go with you.
Well, okay. We just got through saying everybody loves dinosaurs, right? But I think I like Raiders better than Temple of Doom. I have to go Raiders.
Raiders? Okay.
Yeah, same for me. I'm going Raiders of the Lost Ark.
All right.
Lost World is good. It's not nearly living up to JP. Raiders of the Lost Ark, I mean, that just redefined action movies and started the whole franchise.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
All right. So let's move on next round or next bracket. We've got Ready Player One and the last Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
This one's gonna hurt.
Derek, let's start with you.
Okay, I love both of these movies. Ready Player One was such a breath of fresh air, and it was such a nostalgia trip, and it is so rewatchable because every time you watch it, you're looking for stuff in the background of what cameo did I miss?
Easter eggs galore.
Yes, I love Ready Player One, from start to finish. It is a great movie. However, you're going up against The Last Crusade, which is, I think we can all agree, that's where Indiana Jones should have ended right there.
Should have been a trilogy.
That movie, again, hugely impactful on me as a young person.
Yeah.
And because of the power of nostalgia, like probably Ready Player One probably riffs off something in Last Crusade. It's got to be Last Crusade. Okay, he chose poorly.
ain't there one of the Grail in Ready Player One? At some point, somebody picks it up.
So,
yeah, probably so. But that's a tough choice because I really love both of those. But Last Crusade, I mean, it's magic and it's lightning in a bottle.
I'm gonna go next. Derek, I mean, I completely agree with everything you're saying. I mean, Ready Player One is so rewatchable. I mean, I could watch it 100 times and never get tired of it. But
so is Last Crusade.
So no. Yes. Last Crusade is, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, is my favorite Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, mine too.
It's just I watched it the most. I definitely have seen it more than Raiders. I'm gonna have to go with Last Crusade. Doug, it doesn't really matter, but what's your choice?
Shocking. Hey, I'm gonna give Ready Player One an alley-oop, half-court shot. I love that movie.
Yeah.
So you're going with Ready Player One?
Even though they lost.
All right, so that was. Oh wait, and we still got one more. So we got War Horse versus Catch Me If You Can. All right, I'm gonna go first here. I have not seen War Horse. I just haven't seen it. It's just never been on my radar to watch it. I actually was gonna watch it the other day, and I just found something
It's
else
good.
to watch. Is it?
It's worth seeing.
I'll have to go back and watch it. And I just saw Catch Me If You Can recently. It was okay.
If you're a fan of Leo, people like.
I don't know. I'll just go with Catch Me If You Can, I guess, because I haven't seen War Horse, so I'll just go with Catch Me If You Can. Doug, we'll go with you next.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. War Horse, it's been a long time since I've seen it, and I had to remind myself what it was about. Catch Me If You Can, I've seen over and over and over. I've seen it a bunch.
Frank Abagnale.
Yeah, and the fact that it was a true story, really, well, both of them. Dang it. I'm gonna hit Leo. I think Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Since mine doesn't really count, what are you going with?
I'm going to go Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
War Horse is a good movie, but Catch Me If You Can is really a fun ride.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think the acting's great in it, and it keeps you on your toes because you're like, wow, this guy really did all this stuff. He pulled off the greatest scam of all time.
I'm going to go ahead and say I got bored with it. I really did. I watched the whole thing, but I just really got bored with Catch Me If You Can. I mean, And
you voted for it.
Well, my vote didn't really count since I haven't seen the other movie, so...
Well, it's not going to move beyond Raiders, so don't worry about it.
So, we're going with Catch Me If You Can. All right, so that was round one. So, let's go to the next round. So, we got Schindler's List versus E.T. Derek, I'm going to go with you first.
How do you pick your children? Okay. I'm going to go with E.T. simply because of rewatchability. Schindler's List, I mean, I may watch it once every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
You have to be in a certain mood to watch it because it is so emotionally draining and it's long. Powerful story, amazing acting, but E.T., I've watched that movie 1,000 times, and my little girl Lydia, she loves E.T., and I've watched it probably more in the past year than I have in recent seasons, and so I'm going E.T.
You going E.T.? Derek, one day you need to take your kids to Universal because they have an E.T. ride there. You go through the forest, you're riding bikes.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's the best thing. Doug, let's go with you.
I'm right there with you, Derek. I can't.
After he lost with Minority Report.
I couldn't go against E.T. I mean, E.T. beat Minority Report. You know, it was close. But, yeah, I'm going to have to go E.T. on that.
You want E.T.? Okay. I mean, mine doesn't really count, but Schindler's List is an amazing movie. You can't. I mean, that's why it's rated Spielberg's highest movie he's ever done. But, yeah, you can't beat E.T.
I mean, you go from fun to, are you wanting to see something that's critically acclaimed, or do you want to see something that's fun?
Yeah.
And magical and just so many ways.
All right.
Makes you want some Reese's Pieces.
That's how Reese's Pieces got so popular.
Yeah.
M&M apparently wanted too much money to have their M&Ms in there.
And that's another podcast for another day.
Oh, another day. Sorry. Okay, so our next bracket, our next box, Saving Private Ryan versus Temple of Doom. Doug, let's go with you first.
All right. Okay. I'm just going to rip off the Band-Aid. Saving Private Ryan. Dude, I rewatched Saving Private Ryan several times. It got highs and lows. I mean, they both have some rewatchability.
Yeah.
And Saving, it's just going to keep getting harder. I'm just Saving Private Ryan. That's where I'm going.
All right, I'll go next. I love Saving Private Ryan. I love Temple of Doom. I'm going with Temple of Doom. I'm going with Temple of Doom. Derek, you're the deciding vote.
Tiebreaker. This is a little bit easier choice for me. I'm going Saving Private Ryan all day long.
All right.
I don't have to explain why, do I?
Do what you want.
Yeah.
Do what you want. All right, so the next, the last one of this group, Raiders versus Catch Me If You Can.
I think we can all vote easily on that one.
Derek?
Raiders.
Okay. Doug?
Dude, they killed Leo. I mean, Leo sprained his ankle in this last round. He's out. Raiders took it easily.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with Raiders too. So Raiders went on to the final round.
Move on to the next round.
All right. We've got Jurassic Park versus Last Crusade.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go. I'll go. Jurassic Park, Last Crusade, two of some of the most amazing movies of all time.
Yeah.
It's literally like choosing between your kids. I mean,
it's Kentucky and Notre Dame, man. I'm Duke and Carolina here.
I'm gonna say I've seen Last Crusade more than I've seen Jurassic Park. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm pretty sure I have, and I do. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with Last Crusade.
I almost need to see some statistics on that.
Derek, you're up next.
All right. This is really tough, but I'm gonna go with Jurassic Park on this one.
Okay. Oh.
Jurassic Park just hits the nostalgia button in so many ways, and yeah, that movie was a real groundbreaking thing.
Goldmine.
Mm-hmm.
Doug, your deciding vote.
Dude, dang it. The Last Crusade, Sean Connery, man.
Yeah, I know, it's hard.
But you got the Raptors.
Dotson, we got Dotson here.
We got Dotson here. See, nobody cares.
You got the first of its kind and the last of the amazing trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's like you got the old guy coming up, trying to come up the rear, dude. I'm gonna have to go Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Sorry, Sean.
JP. All right, that moved on to the final round. All right, we're in the final round.
Dude.
Final round.
Yeah.
All right.
And look who's there.
So we got E.T. versus Jurassic Park. And Doug, let's start with you. Nope. Derek, let's start with you.
I don't even know how to choose. Oh my gosh. This is really tough here. I mean, I don't even know. They're so amazing and life-changing when you see them. I mean, you're never the same after you watch either of these movies. Mm-hmm. So it's really just a toss-up. But in terms of a movie that probably impacted me more personally, I'm going to go Jurassic Park. And this is from somebody who has an entire E.T. toy shelf. I love, but
just go ahead and when you go home, just slap your E.T. doll over. Slap it.
But
he's right there. Go for it.
I'm gonna go Jurassic Park on this one.
You going with Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
All right. I think I'll go. E.T. Man, that's tough. I'm definitely gonna go with Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park was a bigger thing for me than E.T. was. I think as the older I got, the more I enjoyed E.T. Mm-hmm. But Jurassic Park was a bigger event for me than E.T. was when I was a kid.
Yeah, same thing for me.
So I'm going with Jurassic Park. Ooh. Doug, no, doesn't really matter.
You enjoy saying that, don't you?
What were you gonna go with?
I actually was gonna go. I was pulling for E.T. The alien aspect of it, Alien, Spielberg. I mean, that's just it goes together. I would have thrown my hand in with E.T.
Okay.
And I could easily vote E.T. I mean, that's just so impossible.
I mean, that's just me. I was that big of a nerd. I like the aliens, dude.
Yeah. All right, so we got Saving Private Ryan and Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think I'll start.
Don't make me go first.
Nope, no, I'll start. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I'm gonna say Raiders. I really do love Saving Private Ryan, but Raiders, I love Raiders more. I think it's a better movie than Saving Private Ryan. Mm-hmm. So I'm going with Raiders. Doug?
They're just so different, like tonally and thematic. They're just so completely different movies. It's hard to compare
Raiders?
them.
Yeah, I went Raiders because I know I've definitely seen Raiders more than Saving Private Ryan. But Doug?
I'm gonna go with Private Ryan.
Okay.
Derek,
you're the deciding vote here.
So, I dearly love both of these. It's so hard.
You really start running them through your head.
But here's something I'm going to throw out there that's going to help me make this decision. Okay. Raiders of the Lost Ark started a franchise.
Yeah.
Of which the next two installments were fantastic. Mm-hmm. However, over time, Indiana Jones has not held up. Especially the later Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, right? And I haven't even seen the newest one. So
I will say it's better than Crystal Skull.
Okay.
I know that's not saying much.
But it's not
it's
up to that level.
No, it doesn't hold up to the originals.
So one thing that Saving Private Ryan created was Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers was a spiritual successor, a spin-off.
Was that Tom Hanks and Spielberg?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks and Spielberg created Band of Brothers because of what they did through Saving Private Ryan.
And then the specific.
Yes, and Band of Brothers is amazing, right? So I'm going to go with Saving Private Ryan simply because of the legacy argument, what we got from that.
Okay. Saving Private Ryan moves on to the final round. All right. So our final round is Saving Private Ryan and Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Derek, I'm not starting with you. I'm going to go first. I'm going Jurassic Park. Derek, let's go with you next.
What do you base that decision on?
It's just whoever. I'm just kind of going.
Doug, you want to go?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Again, impossible choice. It's a coin toss. I'm going Jurassic Park.
All right. Doug? Not really matter. What was your Jurassic Park wound up being the winner, but Doug, what were you going to choose?
Dude, I think, man, just from what Saving Private Ryan did, just what it sparked, man, I couldn't, I'd have had to win Saving Private
Ryan.
Yeah, I'd had to have, man.
Well, Jurassic Park wound up being the winner.
Contested man. I think some crazy calls in that one.
I demand a recount.
Where's my red flag? Challenge flag.
Well,
Russian interference.
Well, that was definitely
collusion.
that was definitely fun, guys. We definitely have to do this again. Thanks for joining us. We'll definitely see you next time.